Good evening. Welcome to Kung Fu Havoc number 2. I actually should say good morning because it's only 11:30 in the AM. Alright, so a few years ago, I debated about doing this movie, this documentary that I wanted to do because of racial tensions and shit like that. And I'm still not going to do this movie because of racial tensions in the light of all the things that's been going on in the United States, and specifically not just terrorism, but with cops and people of color and stuff like that. So I want to talk to y'all about what the movie would have entailed. Unfortunately, I wasn't trying to really make it a pro-black movie, but those were really the only people that would volunteer for the subject at hand. Now, the title of the movie was called My America. Alright, the reason why I called it My America is because I'm multicultural, and I know black people, and I know white people, and I know a few Asian people, and I wanted to get their perspective specifically on racism. And for people like me who are multicultural, I wanted to find their specifics because I can't be the only one on there representing people who are of mixed ethnicity, which at the time I was the only one with that subject in hand because of my features not exactly being black outside of the tan skin color when I'm actually high yellow. So anyway, I wanted to make this movie. I still want to make this movie, but the problem is there's just way too much things and America hasn't caught up with me. Right? I'm like Carlos Santana. The world hasn't really caught up with me, and I have to dumb down shit to get shit done. Feather. Anyway, so I really would have loved to have made this movie when I was younger and healthier. And I will tell you that the subject matter was really touchy. And now with the enlightenment of cops killing people, Black Lives Matter movement, and other racial events that's going down. I really wanted to talk on stuff like that. I really wanted to see where people stand with that. Let me first off let you know that this is going to be a two-parter. First off, from my point of view, I don't want to sound anti-black, all right? But I remember a certain Million Man March and a certain comedian who pointed out the truth. Now, I'm not sure if it was Paul Mooney, but other comedians followed suit. But we're going to say Paul Mooney said it first because he said that a lot of the brothers that went on the Million Man March just did that shit as a day off. And a lot of brothers that went on the Million Man March haven't admitted to doing it because it was a day off from work so that all the black men could march to D.C. and do absolutely nothing. Where a lot of other men was deadly fucking serious to let people know, black fathers do our shit. We do our part, and it's more black fathers out there that do than do not. Now, granted, it's a lot more that do not that didn't want to be a daddy in the first place and kind of got wrapped up in a loop that they just couldn't get out. That's kind of why they make condoms and birth control and the Plan B pill, and a lot of them probably became fathers before that shit was even invented. But when you think about this stuff, and every time you turn on the news, if there's not a terrorist attack, there's a racial something or another going on. And no one really wants to address the issues at hand. America is full of fucking racists. Alright? I have to say it because it's the fucking truth. America is full of fucking racists. You might not be an out, blunt, forward racist. And then again, you just might. You just don't know. Because some people might be racist and don't even fucking know they're racist. Well, here's one way of knowing if you are racist and don't know that you're racist. One, if you look at a guy like me, and whether I have a decent job or not, and the first thing you say is, I will not let that half breed date my daughter. You're racist. Now, I could get in a whole different suit, like a three-piece suit, shave all this shit off, and you still look at me and say, I won't let that person date my daughter, then that confirms that you are racist. Now, if you look at me like, well, he's a fairly handsome dude. He served his country a little bit. I will let him date my daughter. And I am a white man, an Asian man, a Native American man, or a Mexican man, then you are most likely not a racist. But the thing is, a lot of people are racist and don't know it, and won't openly admit to it because it could cost them their job, or it could do this, or it could do that. Well, here's the thing. I honestly don't think you should be fired because you're a racist. I just think that there's a time and a place for everything. If you're a racist and you are a racist at home, I ain't got a problem with that. As long as I know that I can't talk to you in the street because you don't like me for the color of my skin. I respect you more if you tell me, look, James, I'm sorry. Look, when we at work, it's cool for us to talk, but if you see me on the street, just keep walking, because I'm a fucking racist. And when I'm with my racist ass friends, I'm going to be a racist. And see, that's honesty. And that ain't nothing but respect from where I sit, because I've known racists. You know, I've known racists. One of my best friends' roommate's dad outwardly admitted he was a racist. He said he doesn't have a problem with mixed people because there's white or something else in us. But as far as black people, you know, he honestly just didn't care for them. He said he's not going to go out and start calling them niggers or any of that shit, but he just didn't care anything for them. And it's generally because they were black. He said he can work with them, but he won't make love with them, he won't make children with them, etc. Now, honestly, I'm not going to say that that makes him a racist. I'm going to say that makes him have a preference. And there's nothing wrong with having a preference, because sometimes you're not racist. You might just think you're racist. You don't like black people. I have times when I don't like black people. Alright? There is not a person on this earth, including black people, who have not had a moment where they do not like black people. Alright? And it's not that we don't like black people, it's just that when black people go off and do something incredibly fucking stupid, like the DC Sniper, after we spent eons on the top of the watch that nigger list, you know, DC Sniper put us right back in contention for that watch the nigger list. And you know the thing is, I don't like using that word either, and everybody's using it like they freebasing on it or something. And you know, that's cool and everything. You have the right to say whatever the hell you want. A lot of my ancestors died. I took the oath of service so that you can have freedom of speech. You know, so that you can sleep at night. Well, I get shot. You know, that was the plan. Except for my career got taken out by a fucking hole in the street. Okay. So, you know, comparing things like that, it just puts you in a place where you're like, alright, so if I want to do this, do I or should I? Here's the thing. No matter where you are, no matter what your ethnicity is, no matter what state you're in, the best thing that I can tell you is that proper etiquette goes a long way with people. So if you are a racist, leave it at home. But if you want to, like, if you meet somebody like me that's open and honest and open-minded, you know, and you tell me, hey, it's cool, I will still respect you and your racist views. You have the right to do that. That's why America exists. That's why we are the greatest country in the world. Because you have these privileges that we call rights and freedoms. The difference is you must learn to not abuse them. You know, the main reason why these terrorist bastards are trying to kill us is because they don't have these privileges and rights. So they take over their countries and decide, hey, we have this, and this is what we want the world to see. Okay, well, there's a reason why Americans don't have to take that shit. Yeah, we don't support your rule over dictatorship or whatever the fuck you want to do. Hey, look, man, everybody on Earth has the right to breathe air. You know, you can't charge somebody for breathing air. Now, we move up to Mars or Venus or Jupiter, whichever one actually has a landmass that you can possibly stand on. You know, people are going to charge you for air. So my black ass is going to stay on Earth. Because by the time we colonize all that, I'll be 90. Or I'll be a skeleton. Either way, I'm good. I have no intention of leaving Earth, even though there's a space program that I heard about that want people to sign up to go to Mars, but the trick is they can never come back. And I thought about that shit, and I was like, you know what? I would love to do that. There's just one itsy bitsy problem. There's no gravity in space. Which you may think, why is that a problem? Okay, I'm going to tell you why that's a problem. Because as much technology as we have, and all you guys are based on these cell phones and everything, we do not have an artificial gravity unit in place. We also need to know what the exact frequency the gravity of Earth is so that we don't go flying off of Mars. Secondly, what if there's aliens out there and Mars has already been claimed by them and they want to fight us? Now, granted, I am a soldier, but what if a bullet ain't strong enough to take these motherfuckers out? You know, we need to be prepared for shit like that. There's a difference between an alien and a fucking zombie. You know, a zombie, one shot, one kill, motherfuckers going down. If you have enough bullets to hit every last one of them in the fucking head. Or if you're Deadpool and you're an ace with a machine gun and a handgun and a knife, etc. Or if you're Colossus, you can just turn the metal and just start punching through people's brains. But getting off track. So in this thing of My America, I wanted to address so many racial issues. And this was before Trayvon and before the cops started shooting black people. I was already having problems with cops. Once I got pulled over because the cop thought I was a chick. Once I got pulled over after driving 2 blocks. Now I stopped the second time, and then when I got around the trailway, some bitch cut the lights on me. How you gonna let me go 2 blocks and then give me the ticket if you claim I ran a red light? Which I didn't. The light was yellow. Now, I went to the court for that. But when I got there, I had the $200 in my pocket because my big sister gave it to me. And the judge asked me, do I want to pay the $200? Because the fine was actually like $150 and then this court fee. He's like, do you want to pay this or do you want to contest it and fight it? So let me explain to you how I thought the system worked in Charlottesville, Virginia. Now, I come to find out that I probably should have fought it so it wouldn't be on my record. And I probably could have won that because his visual wasn't exactly 100%. And other people have gotten stopped at that same damn spot for that same bullshit. And I don't know if it was the same cop. But when the judge asked me, I said, well, I'm just going to go ahead and pay for it. He's like, you don't want to fight it? I said, Judge, I am a black man. This is a white cop. It's my word against his, and we already know that my word don't hold two shits in a court of law, especially if I'm innocent. I say, because in America, most people of color, they know this. If your skin is brown, your ass is going down. But more importantly, you are guilty until proven innocent. Now, granted, I saw the light. The light was fucking yellow. But there was 2 blocks, between me and him stopping me. Because he waited till I got past the Sacagawea statue to decide he was going to put the lights on. As soon as he seen me run that light, there was another stop sign in a block. And then there was another one before you get to the light at that like bread store at where Adelphia used to be and Awful Authors used to be and all that crap. That's 2 blocks. Then I get around at the Sacagawea statue and make the right. This motherfucker's gonna pull me right there. And I was like, dude, you supposed to pull me because the light had already changed red and I was right there at a red light. He could have got me right there. Oh no. Instead of making me pull into that parking lot, he makes me pull around to the trailway and we pull over into like the fire station. So when I told the judge, he said, well, you probably could afford that. We have cameras in the car. I said, yeah, I also know that I'm black, you're white, and he's white. And in this city, it's always been whites got each other's back and blacks got a knife in your back. So, I'd rather just pay the money and walk out of here so that I don't hold everybody else up. And it's like, so you honestly think that you couldn't have won that fight, right? And I was like, I know I can't win. So I'm going to give you this $200 and I'm going to go home. And he said, well, son, you really should have tried. You really should have tried. You may have actually won this case. It's like, I highly doubt it, Your Honor. Here's my $200. I'm going home. And I think after that, the judge had gave me the look like, kid, you really should have tried to fight the damn case. And I'm kind of thinking now in my 40s, because I know that guy, the judge was like 45, 50, maybe going on 60 back then. I was like 23. And he wasn't young, and he's like, that's probably what's wrong with the youth of America now. You rather just pay your way out of shit instead of actually fighting for your rights. Well, I didn't think I had any rights. So I figured that the easiest thing to do was to just pay the damn ticket and call it a day. So in doing that, I could be wrong, but I could be right. And the thing about that, is that sometimes it's worth the fight. If Dr. Martin Luther King was still alive, he probably would have brought me back in the court and said, nah, you're going to fight this. You have the right to fight and defend your rights. So, a lot of reasons, another thing why I didn't make the movie My America is due to the fact that I was afraid. I was afraid that I would, offend so many people and I was afraid that I was going to offend so many people because of the color of my skin. You know, I was afraid of the color of my skin would make people think, oh, he's pro-black. He's all about making the black point of view. Okay, one, and I say this every time race comes involved, my heritage is very important. And it's very important that we all know our family's heritages. All right? I know that I'm black. I know that my birth certificate says I'm black. I'm not always pro-black, but I know my color. I'm also Native American, and I'm also white. I will never ever really be white. And as far as Native American and black, that's a constant war. No, because I haven't had a chance to go to the reservation and like stake claim and do all the Native American brave stuff. If I can find a way to do that, then I would. If someone from the Powhite Reservation knows my ancestors, I will gladly come and do what I would like to do and join that nation. But I mean, it's not the best thing that I could do, but I think I owe it to my great grandmother Ada to at least try, you know, to prove my Cherokee blood burns deep. A lot of people are like, oh, now you're just pro-Indian now. Now you just want to be Indian. You don't want to be black. All right, well, let me explain this to you on that level. If you want to go there, hell yeah, I would love to be more Native American than black. Why? Because every time we turn around, one of our own decides to get a raw hair up his ass or her ass and do something incredibly fucking stupid. So when they do something incredibly fucking stupid, whether you want to admit it or not, it affects every black person in America if you were born here. If you're not from here, then you can care two shits because your accent can make sure that everyone knows that you are African. I would never call myself an African American because I'm not African American. My motherfucking ass is black. Alright? Period. I'm also Native American. I like to say I'm multicultural because I'm also white. But in reality, my birth certificate says black, so I have to prove that I'm black. Now, that's also been a challenge. And the reason why I wanted to make that movie is so that people can get a view from all sides, not just the black side. I wanted some white people. I could not get them. They didn't want to talk about racial issues. They were afraid. I'm going to stop now and start my second video.